Jesus freak here. So I was watching a random video, and a familiar name randomly came up. This video was by Slope's Game Room. I was watching this video, and there was a random clip of an old arcade game, and the credited source had a very familiar name. And we're not talking exactly a very common name. So I was like, wait a second. Is this who I think it is? I looked up the name on Failbook and found who I think it, who I think was the person in question. Someone I dated briefly about 24 years ago when we were in college. And we kind of faded away. It was my fault, though the reason for it was this. With a previous ex, while we were still on good terms, I did a stupid back when I was we were in the, 8th or ninth grade. And I tried to get her to come out by pacing around in front of her house and nearly got the cops called on me. So, as a general rule, ever since then, it's been I will not go to another person's house unless they explicitly invite me. As a result, the few times I was able to reach her after I was out on my own, I had a place, I didn't have a phone. I used, payphones to contact people. And when I could, I called her. And I called her from the payphone closest to her house, which was in front of, I believe, the Dairy Queen on Niagara Street in Niagara Falls. Because I was like, I want to see you, but I don't want to come on too strong and spook someone, either you or your family or one of your neighbors. And have them call the cops on me. So I'd rather be like, keep my distance if you want. If if I can come over and let me know, but I'm not really going to be, too explicit about it. And another problem I have is, I don't tend to get the message that if someone wants me to get lost, but they just make excuses, I'm not necessarily going to figure out that they're trying to tell me to get lost. If you want me to get lost, just tell me to buzz off. I understand that. I'm like, frankly, I've been thinking about her for almost 25 years now. I'm like, you know, at this point, I'm a nobody. It's half a lifetime. Even if something were to happen, and I gotta go in through the ground door again. It's right from the beginning, like a total stranger. I'd be very surprised if she even remembers me at this point. But I put out a tentacle. Let's see what happens. I don't necessarily, I'm not looking for anything. Maybe I just want a little bit of closure. I was able to establish closure with my own family after 24 years of estrangement because my dad found me and decided to reach out. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Jesus freak out.